Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chinedu Abwim, and I bring you in this particular channel tips, wisdom keys, ideas, and everything that you need in order to prosper in the United Arab Emirates. So in this particular video, I'm going to be comparing the different Emirates and kind of giving you an overview and an understanding of which Emirate has what kind of strengths and how people who are staying in the UAE balance the different strengths of the different Emirates in order to thrive and to prosper. So most people know that once you come into the United Arab Emirates, you're going to be talking about a slight increase in costs of living, particularly in Dubai, because Dubai is the Emirate that every person who thinks about the UAE remembers off their head. And Dubai is a wonderful environment, beautiful environment, fantastic landscape, a lot of fun things to do, and is a major tourist attraction for a lot of people all over the world. And also it is a very safe environment, so that makes it quite attractive for a lot of people to come here to stay, to have a holiday, or to probably do a job and live for a particular length of time. Now once they come into Dubai, or once you come into Dubai, for instance, the first thing you're going to appreciate, or the first thing you're going to understand, is that the cost of living kind of is a little bit high. And this cost of living particularly hinges on two main areas, which are accommodation and then transportation, and then additionally, depending on the Emirate, bills. And because of that, people kind of want to stay in Dubai, want to make some money in Dubai, want to enjoy the fun and all the activities, but when they think about the cost, it kind of makes them try to see how they can balance things or leverage certain things in order to be able to still prosper, make some money, and do well in the United Arab Emirates particularly. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips on the different Emirates, how you can, depending on what you desire and what you want, how you can know which Emirate to stay in or which Emirate to visit, so that your overall experience in the UAE will be a good one and a fruitful one. Now, like I said before, the most popular Emirate in the United Arab Emirates is Dubai. Dubai is a name or an Emirate that almost everybody in the world knows about because of its fantastic architecture, its beautiful, fun-filled environment, and its very safe environment. Now, tourism is the major thing that makes Dubai tick, and that's what brings a whole lot of income into the Emirate, and that's what brings a whole lot of people all over the world to the UAE. Another Emirate in the UAE also that is a little bit known is Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is not as known as Dubai, but it just happens to be that Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates, and it's actually the richest emirate in the United Arab Emirates. And why is that? Because the predominant thing that happens in Abu Dhabi is oil and gas. So that's that oil and gas capital, and that's why there's a whole lot of money in Abu Dhabi. However, Abu Dhabi does not have as much fun-filled attractions like Dubai. Abu Dhabi is also not as friendly as Dubai is when it comes to doing business. When you're in Dubai, you'll see a lot of opportunities for business, and you meet a lot of people, a lot of multinationals. But in Abu Dhabi, is not exactly like that. It's a little bit like a civil service structure, a government structure. So in case you're coming into the UAE, you need to have this in mind. The third most popular emirate in the United Arab Emirates is Sharjah. Sharjah is also known for having some interesting tourist attractions as well, and then a lot of schools, a lot of academic activity happens in Sharjah. Sharjah also has a rich cultural heritage as well. So if you're the kind of person who has this interest, you could also, whenever you come into the UAE, as you're visiting Dubai, you could also check out Sharjah and see the flavors that Sharjah has to offer. Sharjah also is very, very family oriented. So even the accommodation in Sharjah is cheaper than in Dubai, and the accommodation buildings or the structures are a little more family oriented. However, in Dubai, you will notice that majority, but not all, of the accommodation you see are kind of functional, professional people who are working, who are mobile, who are active. But in Sharjah, people who are more settled, who are more family oriented, tend to prefer the accommodation in Sharjah. Now, when it comes to bills are also cheaper in Sharjah compared to Dubai. The cost of electricity and water and your rent is way higher in Dubai than you get in Sharjah. In Abu Dhabi, that is highest. Abu Dhabi's accommodation, Abu Dhabi bills, the cost of these things are way higher than in every other emirate. So Sharjah is kind of average and kind of family oriented in that regard. Now, another emirate which borders Sharjah is Ajman. Now, Ajman is the smallest emirate in the whole of the United Arab Emirates, and it has a few tourist attractions, but not too much happens there. However, one thing you will notice about Ajman is that a lot of people stay in Ajman. Why is that? Because the cost of accommodation and the cost of bills are much lower. So Ajman is a cheaper place to live in when it comes to rent and when it comes to bills than Sharjah, than Dubai or Abu Dhabi. So you will notice that a lot of people, when they come into the UAE, of course, because Dubai is like the business hub, jobs are kind of easier to get in Dubai. But because the cost of living is so high in Dubai, people now tend to go to Ajman or Sharjah, live there, and then commute from these emirates to Dubai to work. And then after work, they return back to either of Ajman or Sharjah because the cost of the accommodation and the cost of the bills are a lot cheaper. They can't quite do that easily in Abu Dhabi, though some people do it. What I mean is living in Ajman or Sharjah and then commuting to Abu Dhabi every day. And the reason is because the distance between Sharjah or Ajman to Abu Dhabi would probably take you about an hour 30 minutes depending on traffic. And so when you have to commute every day to and fro, you're talking about doing 2 hours 30 minutes or sometimes 3 hours every single day going to work and back. So some people do it because they want to avoid the cost of accommodation, the high cost of accommodation and the bills in Abu Dhabi. However, it's not a very convenient thing. So most people who get jobs in Abu Dhabi tend to stay there. Now, there are other emirates in the United Arab Emirates, and most people don't know this. And one of them is Ras Al Khaimah. Now, Ras Al Khaimah is the tourist haven or the relaxation haven for everyone who is in the UAE. So people during weekends who don't want the noise and the hustle and the bustle of Dubai go to Ras Al Khaimah to chill, because Ras Al Khaimah is cool, is calm, and is beautiful. It has one of the unique combinations of having mountainous environments, having a beach and the seashore, also having some mangroves, some vegetation, as well as having some desert area. So it kind of combined the four of these elements in the same environment. And the hilly, mountainous, and the beaches and the terrain kind of make Ras Al Khaimah a very interesting place for a lot of people who just want somewhere that is calm and quiet to come and chill. Good thing is that the cost of accommodation and the cost of bills are a lot lower also in Ras Al Khaimah. But the distance between Ras Al Khaimah and Dubai is probably also like an hour plus. So if you have a job in Dubai, it's not always that convenient to live in Ras Al Khaimah and commute from Ras Al Khaimah to Dubai. However, if you also get something in Ras Al Khaimah, because people also get jobs in Ras Al Khaimah, then that's a beautiful place for you to stay. There are two other emirates that are remaining, and the first of these two is called FUJAIRAH. FUJAIRAH is also another interesting and beautiful emirate, and it's known also for its mountainous terrain. So its climate is a little bit cooler. So you will see a lot of Europeans that stay in FUJAIRAH because the temperature is not as hot as Dubai or Abu Dhabi or any of these other Emirates. So that's one thing you can also consider when you're thinking about coming into the UAE, depending on what you plan to do. And then the final Emirate is OMAR. Now, OMAR is not as popular as the other Emirates, and because there is not too much in terms of business or in terms of opportunities happening in OMAR, you will find out that accommodation costs and all these things are way lower than you will have in Dubai or in Sharjah or in Abu Dhabi, as the case may be. So if you happen to be working in OMAR and you're staying there, beautiful, you will not spend too much, though you may not have all the fun and all the activities that you can see in the other popular Emirates. You can still commute from OMAR to Dubai and back, and you'll be good with that. So that's kind of giving you a little bit of an overview of what's happening with all the Emirates in the UAE, so that you have an idea of which ones are the interesting ones to visit or to stay, which ones are the cheaper ones to live in. And then you can also do a balancing act, because for those that are way cheaper, you may not find as much opportunities, but for those that have all the opportunities, they may be more expensive. But if you can get opportunities to make money in the popular Emirates like in Dubai, then you might as well consider still staying in Dubai and leveraging on the opportunities you have in order to make enough money to fund your stay. So thank you so much for staying up until the end of this video. I hope you had some value, and of course, if you have any comments or any questions you want to ask, just drop it in the comment section. I always respond to my comments, and every single week I bring you videos on how to prosper and thrive in the UAE. So if that's something that you think you would like to know about, you will consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you will get to know about any other new videos that I am bringing out as regards this particular subject of prospering in the UAE. If you like what you heard in this video, please click the like button, because it helps the algorithm to boost this video to more people. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.